I called around, no lead on Clancy's whereabouts. All we have to go on with... Oh damn it, this game makes me tired. I don't know why. All we have to do is go with Kitty, who was mentioned on Clancy and Tripp's call. Let's see if the Kitty wall from Tripp's file of facts can shed any light on what we're arguing about. Mark's dead? I'm afraid so, Miss Duval. There appears to have been a struggle over a gun. It sounds about right for him. It was only a matter of time. I'm sure he knew it was coming. What do you mean? You're from the DCA, aren't you? Yes, also with me on the call is my partner Nate Huston. Nathaniel Huston? A while back Mark told me that if anything happened to him, I should contact Detective Nathaniel Huston at the DCA. He gave me a big envelope and said I should give it to you. It has some file in it. FD006147? He didn't say. Wait right there, Miss Duval. We'll be right over. No, not here. Meet me in the park at the corner of Union and Bothwell in 30 minutes. Oh, that doesn't sound so good. I hope she won't be dead by the time we arrive. Damn traffic, I hope Kitty Duval's is still here. This looks like it could be her. And it's the same park. Excuse me, are you Kitty Duval? Who wants to know? I'm Officer Clarke, that's Detective Huston. Alright. You said you had an envelope for us. No, sorry, I don't have anything. I made a mistake. But you just said... I'm sorry, I was just leaving. Hold up a minute, miss. Please don't leave before I have a word with my partner. Acting strangely didn't bring anything to meeting. Bruised wrist, cut knees, snapped shoelace. Letter addressed to Kitty. No. Broken bracelet. I think that broken bracelet is Kitty. Her wrist is bruised. Maybe it came off in a scuffle with someone. Why won't you talk to us about it? Evidence of scuffle. Miss Duval, what is it? Miss Duval, I think alright, you seem a little off, and you said you had a file for us. I just want to go home. What was your relationship to Mark Tripp? Mark was a friend of the family. He used to be around a lot more when I was younger, not quite an uncle, but he was nice to me. He sent me some flowers and a kind letter when my dad, Joe, died. I'm sorry to hear about your father. How did he die? Lead poisoning. Oh wait, from this new water plant thing. Is the letter in your handbag the one Mark Tripp sent you when your father died? Yes, you can read it if you like. There's a photo inside too. Hey Kitty, I heard about your dad. I'm sorry I can't make the funeral. I know I would if I could. I still have the engraved service pistol he got done for me when we came back from the jungle. Oh, what wings there he aspire, what the hand there sees the fire. It will always remind me of him. He was my closest friend and the world is definitely worse off without him. When he got sick, he made me promise I would keep an eye on you. I'll be around as soon as I can make it. Sending my love, Mark. Thanks for letting me read this. No problem. Bought Mark Tripp an engraved gun. Photo of Tripp and Duval in the army. Mark Tripp and Joe were close friends. Oh, I don't know. Is there something to find? This whole situation is kind of weird. I don't know. Hello? You look like you've been running and had a fall. I was a little late for the meeting. Okay. I was running? Miss Villa, it's clear something has happened to you. Why you were really running? I was running away from someone. Who you were running from? We can protect you unless you come clean with us. I got here early. A few minutes later, this guy showed up. I asked him if he was Detective Huston, and he said he was, but he wasn't wearing a uniform or anything. I asked to see his badge, and he grabbed me by the wrist and told me to give him the file. I got free, but only ran about 2 meters before I tripped over my own feet. He took the gun off his belt and said he was going to kill me if I didn't give him the file, but he could already see I didn't have. He took my ID from my purse and said he knew where I lived, so I better not talk to the police. Don't worry, you're safe now. You've done the right thing telling us. Who else did you tell about the file and about meeting us? Just Rosie. Rosie? My dog. So if you don't have the file with you, where is it? Mark was really paranoid when he gave me the file, said I should be cautious with it, so I got here a little early and hid it in the bushes in case I didn't like the look of you. Good thinking. I'm a little disoriented though, not sure where exactly I left it. Was running away from someone, hid the envelope from Mark Tripp. Unknown male attacker. Took Kitty's ID, wanted Kitty not to talk to Cass and Nate. Cass. Only Cass and Nate knew about meeting. What did you find? Anything useful? Kitty said we weren't the only ones she told about the meeting and about the FD file. How could someone be a step ahead of us again? Unless... what? I've got a feeling that our phone back in the DCA is bugged. No way, Merrick? Think about it, he goes as far as trying to get you to spy on me, but you gave him nothing for such a long time. So he gets impatient waiting for something he can nail you with and tries to get it straight from the horse's mouth. Son of a... Want to have a look at the elusive FD file? I'm more of a fiction guy. What's the just independent lead poison and investigation finding from anonymized hospital patient data and water analysis sampling data reports collated by the State Water Commission? Well, it doesn't have a happy ending, but nothing we didn't already suspect. The correlation between the opening of the plant and the increase of lead poisoning deaths is undeniable, just like Karen Whittaker said in her article, before Clancy Brown butchered it. Water treatment plant responsible for increase in death. Captain Merrick bugged the DCA, sent someone to intercept Kitty. So... So if Merrick is the one who tried to intercept the file, does that mean that he sent a cop after Kitty? I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Police officer? You said your father died of lead poisoning. Yeah, maybe it was all this time spent at firing ranges. Did he live in this town most of his days? Water treatment plant responsible for Joe's death. No. Well, I don't know. Okay, yeah. Close enough. Tripp's decision to talk to us makes sense now. He's been making people disappear to protect Governor Johnson and his poisonous new water treatment plant. But then one of his best friends falls victim to it. And Tripp has a change of heart, if you call what he had a heart. Johnson had so much blood on his hands. This file doesn't prove that, but sure, it's pointing squarely at him. Angry after VTP caused Joe Duell's death. Who? Captain Merrick? No, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, whatever. How did it go? I checked with evidence. No engraving on the gun at the crime scene. That either means he wasn't using the gun that Joe dwells him, or he didn't belong to Tripp. Did you learn anything about the bug we found in the phone? I showed it to the guys in the equipment room before I would even said anything. No one of them asked me if I was checking it back in for guess who? Merrick checked it out himself. I guess he wasn't counting on us figuring out our phone was tapped. What now? Well, I guess this. Please come quickly. Clancy came to the Hunter's Lodge, acting crazy. A car pulled up and he told me to run out the back door. Where are you now? Are you safe? There's all kinds of commotion over here. I don't know. I'll call you back. Wait, Connie. She hung up. We need to get over there now. Look, it's Clancy. Oh god, he's got a gun. We have an officer on the ground. I can't tell if he's breathing. We might need to take Clancy down. Wait, don't draw your weapon. Let me try talking to him. I hope you know what you're doing. Okay, yeah, let's just go to him. Like that. No? No, okay. Officer Mitchell? Dead. Bruise on back of head. Handcuffs on belt. Glass in hair. Clancy, this is Cassandra Clarke. That's fair enough. What do you want? We need to talk to you, but you have to lower your weapon. You think I trust the cops right now? Go away. Mitchell's dead, Clancy. What happened? Oh man, that's the last thing I need. It wasn't my fault, and I didn't kill Mark Tripp like they said on the TV. I want to believe you, but you need to give us your gun. It's his gun, and what's this on it? A silencer? What's that about? Oh, right. Scared of police presence, gun with silencer. Okay, yeah. Plastic zip ties. Broken bottle. Fallen chair. Kitty's Duval ID. There's a broken bottle over next to Mitchell. At first I thought maybe it just got knocked over in a fight, but there's a glass in his hair. So Clancy hit him with a bottle. Surely that wouldn't have been enough to kill him. We need more to go on. I found Kitty Duval's ID. That means Mitchell was the police officer who threatened her. This is ugly. I don't know who's worse. Merrick, who's ordering Mitchell to do it, or Mitchell for doing it. For going through with it. Attacked and intimidated Kitty Duval, hit with the bottle. Okay, well, there's nothing more, so we've got to make some connections. Mitchell has a nasty bruise on the back of his head, maybe from the bottle? Could be, but it could be it knocked him over. Mitchell was knocked over. Fatal blow from bottle? No? Okay. Look at the table over there. It's been knocked back and everything's fallen off it. What is it? I think I'm starting to get a clearer picture of what happened here. Michael approaches Clancy with his weapon drawn, tells Clancy to turn around with his hands behind his back so he can restrain him. Clancy knows something's wrong. Before Mitchell can put the ties on him, Clancy catches him with the bottle, knocking him over. And Mitchell busts his head on the table, knocking the chair of it. Maybe if we got here sooner, you didn't have a private jet handy, did you? Caused Michael's death. Fatal blow from table. Yeah. Looks like Mitchell tried to restrain Clancy with zip ties, even though his handcuffs are right there on his belt. Seems like Mitchell was engaging in some unofficial business. Yeah, I mean, he has silencer on his gun, sure. Mitchell brings zip ties to restrain Clancy and a gun with a silencer. That wasn't an arrest. He was planning to make Clancy disappear. So Merrick sent Mitchell to silence Clancy. I knew he had a corrupt streak, but this proves he's rotten to the core. He's determined to tie up all the loose ends in this water plant conspiracy. No wonder Clancy doesn't trust us. Sent by Merrick to kill Clancy. Tying up loose ends. Yeah, well, what's... It must have been clear to Clancy that Mitchell wasn't here to arrest him. The zip ties the sons and minds are Mitchell here on his own, Clancy being framed. I think it's fair to deduce that Clancy was most likely acting in self-defense. I hope that's enough to get him to trust us. Clancy not at fault? Clancy, you understand now that this wasn't your fault. You were acting in self-defense. Mitchell came here to kill you. Like I don't know it. You people want me to think you are my friend. Be smart, Clancy. You've killed a cop without us to vouch for you. You'll be lucky if you make it to prison. We know you've mixed up in this water plant conspiracy and somehow involves Merrick and Governor Johnson, Mark Tripp, and we can't help you if you don't understand everything. If you don't understand everything that's going on. Give me the gun and let's talk. Okay. Start from the beginning. Mark called me up out of nowhere the other night. He told me he was going to tell you guys about everything. His involvement with killing Karen Johnson, getting me to mess with her article. He asked me if I wanted to be there to lend him some credibility. Did Johnson order her death too? I didn't know who killed Karen until that call, and I don't know if Johnson was involved. I raged at Mark for God knows how long. I was angry at him for getting Kitty Duval involved too. I guess you talked to Ophelia already. Anyway, I guess I wanted to confront him, so I took a cab to the address Mark gave me. But before I got to Mark, another car pulled in. I hid behind a dumpster. I didn't hear much of the other guy. Tripp started shouting about some woman. What about Jody? He kept saying. There was some kind of fight and I heard a gun go off. I just started running. It didn't look back. You think you could ID Mitchell as a shooter? Then we could prove Merrick was. I didn't see who it was. I'm sorry. How is Mitchell involved in this? I came here wanting to find out if Karen left any of her research here. Mark got me thinking about my part in this, and I wanted to set it straight. Mitchell must have followed me from the place I've been staying. When his car pulled up, I told Connie to run out in the back door. I think she was kinda scared. He pulled his gun on me and told me to put my hands behind my back. When he pulled those zip ties out of his pocket, I knew something was up. I had no choice. I grabbed the first thing I had to hand, and it was self-defense. We'll testify to that. Okay, for Karen would take a research. Was asked by Governor to edit Karen would take an article. Clancy attacked Mitchell in self-defense. Yeah, why? We know Merrick is behind Mitchell's action and that he's been doing this protect Johnson and his water treatment plant. But we don't know if Merrick was acting without Johnson's knowledge. Let's pay a visit to Governor Johnson. This time we're not calling ahead. We know Governor Johnson, that water treatment plant is at the center of all these killings, but we can't be sure how much he knows. Cass, I know we have to tread lightly. Well, he's not even here. What did you find? What? This file could end Johnson's career. End it? It's a powder keg. What? Thank you for taking the time to see us, Governor. My assistant said it was a matter of urgency, but after our last meeting, I'm not convinced you aren't here just to throw around more accusations. I hope you can prove me wrong. We've come into possession of some disturbing evidence that shows that Captain Merrick is responsible for framing Clancy Brown for the murder of Mark Tripp. Not only that, there's also a good chance Merrick sent an officer called Mitchell to kill Tripp before we could meet him. This is a lot to take in. What evidence do you have of Merrick's involvement? I'm afraid we're not able to discuss that at this time, but we'd appreciate your cooperation in trying to straighten out the details. I don't see what I could tell you, but of course I want to help clear the name of a man who has served this town for over 30 years. Alright. Jody? Who's Jody? Oh, I can look at stuff. Photo of Governor and Jodwell in the army. Torn paper and trash Governor's call log. Well, if he really wanted to hide the evidence, he should have tried harder. Gun and glass case. Full ammunition engraving on grip. Brace yourself, there's an engraving on Governor Johnson's gun. On what wings dare he aspire, etc. Yep. Damn. Damn is right. Let's sit on this till we get whatever else we need from him. We can't have him climbing up and asking for his lawyer. Looks like Johnson has been trying to get rid of some evidence. His call log shows a call placed to Warden Cromwell. Cromwell, the same day John Rayleigh was murdered in his prison cell. Great work. Governor, call to Warden. Yeah, okay. When was this photo of you and Joel Duan taken? This was an urgent business you had me hold my calls for? His daughter was almost another of Mitchell's victims. Kitty? That scrumbag didn't... She's fine and Mitchell is dead. What a mess. Poor Jodie. You mean Kitty? Jodie was Joel's nickname in the army. He wouldn't have wanted his daughter caught up in any of whatever this is. Governor, last time we were here, we asked you if you knew Mark Tripp. And what do you think that has changed since then? This photo of you in the army is taken from a larger photo that has Tripp beside Duval. And you sure you didn't know him? Everyone knows each other. Everyone knew each other by nicknames. Maybe I didn't know him as Tripp. Maybe I didn't know him. And maybe I didn't know him. There were a lot of guys. Anyway, it would make no difference if I did know him back then. I don't know him now. Johnson and Tripp knew each other in the army. Jodwell was nicknamed Jodie in the army. Tripp and his killer were arguing about someone called Jodie, Jodwell's army nickname. So whoever got Tripp knew him from his army days. Tripp was arguing with someone from his army days. What did you find? If we know that someone from Tripp's army killed him and the governor knew Tripp from their army, is it crazy to think? It's only crazy if you're wrong. Let's keep looking. Johnson could have been at the crime scene. The gun in the glass case over of that belonged to Mark Tripp. There is no question in my mind now that the army friend Tripp was arguing with Johnson, but why would he put the gun back in the case unless he doesn't know they're different? Johnson deliberately left him his service weapon at the scene and took Tripp's, assuming they were identical because they were the same model. He didn't want to have the smoking gun in his possession, and thought we would just assume it was Tripp's. We almost fell for it. Well, we didn't. We have Johnson with the gun, but who tipped him off about our meeting? Governor Johnson swapped guns at crime scene. Johnson tipped off, but yeah. Does this mean anything to you? On what wings dare we aspire, what the hand dare seize the fire? William Blake, I never cared much for it, so you wouldn't have it engraved on the grip of your service weapon. No, you've lost me, detective. Governor Johnson, unless you can explain the fact you have Mark Tripp's engraved gun presented in the glass case, I'm going to have to arrest you for his murder. I believe Officer Merrick told you Mark Tripp was going to hand over the FD file and you killed him to stop it being leaked. An engraving? I don't believe it. Detective Clarke, if Captain Merrick failed to frame Clancy, why wouldn't he try to frame me too? Also, there's nothing in that document that's incriminating. Do you know how many lead poisoning deaths there are in this country each year? Ask yourself why I would want to cover it up. There's no cover-up. If you're going to make grand accusations, you're going to need less holes in your case. No cover-up for FD file. Well, yeah, help. Yeah, it's not helpful. Not only did you pressure Clancy into interfering with Karen Whittaker's article laden with facts from the FD file, you also had her killed. First of all, Karen Whittaker wasn't using those facts in context. Clancy was protecting me from a politically based article. You know how many people die of lead poisoning in this country each year? I'm sure Karen Whittaker did, yet she conveniently forgot to put that in her article. Secondly, Mark Tripp killed Miss Taker. He was a violent thug. I never wanted anyone to die. Johnson didn't want anyone to die. So you didn't want Frank Daniels to die when you had John Rayleigh take him out? Your main opposition? Mark was supposed to steal the file from Frank, not hire some scumbag with a gun. Frank was going to use it to try to destroy me and destroy the lives of the people who worked at the plant. And before you ask, no, I don't have John Riley killed in prison. I didn't have. Oh, that's not true. Johnson never ordered the killing of John Riley in prison. Yeah. You placed a call to your good lad Harry Cromwell on the day of John Riley's death. You ordered the hit. There wasn't a hit, it was a reprimand. Your Captain Merrick is also a friend of Harry's. If you're looking for someone to blame, look closer to home. I'm not saying I'm going to heaven, but you have to see that I'm trying to do some good here. There are people who want to see the water plant shut down just for political gain. Whatever harm it caused in the past, it's clean now. It's brought jobs, helped the economy. Don't burn it all because of the likes of Merrick and Tripp. Merrick, who you've just thrown under the bus, and Tripp, who you shot. If I have to choose between Mark Tripp and the lives of the decent, ordinary people of the town, I choose the town every time. Detective Clarke, you can't arrest me and shut down the plan for the meaningful gain, or you can give me the chance to make this right. I'll make sure the water plant passes its upcoming review, and then I'll step down, leave politics, whatever it takes. Meanwhile, we allow corruption and to run rampant? I'll give Merrick an early retirement. Please don't punish the town in the name of justice. What kind of justice is that? We'll step down when he knows water treatment plant jobs are safe. Maybe Johnson really was just trying to save the jobs at the water treatment plant. Maybe Johnson was trying to save his own job? What? Why? Wait, who? Governor Johnson, what? Yeah, okay, that. Look at all this conspiracy, murder, perverting the course of justice. And you're telling me we can't arrest him? Hey, that's not what I said. I said we ought to think about it. You think we should arrest him? I don't know. Look at me, I tried to do the right thing and I lost my daylight privileges. This isn't about us, we literally couldn't get put in a crappier basement. It's not about doing the right thing, it's that I don't know what the right thing is. Either way, we say nothing and let Johnson and Merrick away with murder, or we arrest Johnson and leave the town for its fate. On the other hand, we're letting the town continue to prosper, hoping struggling places like Sunrise Diner can stay open and desperate people like Billy Lee's father can keep their jobs. On the other, we're pursuing justice and taking down criminals no matter the cost, taking away this town's second chance. and it might not get another one. Yeah, but like this water treatment plant is safe now? Is it really safe? I don't know, man. What? The only reason, like, okay, I wouldn't arrest him only if it wouldn't cause more harm, you know, this water treatment plant. But they built it poorly, didn't they? Like, they used the bad materials. And, yeah, that's tough. Arrest. Let's arrest this scumbag. I didn't become a detective to sit back and let criminals run the city. Sounds good to me. Are we doing the right thing? I just told you, there's no right thing, but we're doing the fun thing. What? I did arrest him. I just got off the phone with my source, and the path to City Hall is clear now. About time. But so it was all planned by the woman who just wanted all important positions free. But I did arrest him. Did I not? I clicked on arrest. Well, what can I say? I like the Hercule Poirot game a bit more, like way more actually, from the same developer than this one. I was I don't know, I kind of expected a bit different game, but that's me. I didn't like that they used the same locations. I didn't like that there was no voice acting, although in Hercule Poirot there was voice acting. And it was kind of like boring. Like there were no cool detective tools, unless like just connecting the things. Which was like this exactly the same thing was in Hercule Poirot game, but there overall I enjoyed it more than here. Although it's really the same, just no voice acting and yeah, well, different cases. The story was interesting, these choices, like there's no good thing to do. That was kind of cool. But the reading is killing me. And there's a lot to read. And yeah, I don't know. Could be better. And what I also didn't like, found annoying, like each case there was this cutscene that I had to cut out every time. I don't know why, for what purpose it was there every time, but it was there. It was annoying to do that. Thankfully I could skip it, but that was weird. So overall I found the game okay. Not a big fan. Yeah. So let me know what you thought of the game. Check out my other playthroughs. Check out Hercule Poirot game that I played recently. It's way cooler, I think. So yeah. Follow me on Twitter. You can support me on Ko-fi and also on Twitter as well. Yeah. subscribe for more playthroughs. Thank you for watching and see ya!